I don't want anyone to hate on my chart background. Okay? Is that too much to ask for? Are we messing with the pictures? Bro, this guy's already gonna hate, bro. Not even 30 seconds, bro. Good hairs. Good BG. What's good, man? Oh, hell no. Bro, it's not. No way you guys are hating on the chart background. What happened to your chart? What's so bad about it? You guys don't like it? I like it. 30 seconds. Oh, you like it? So why'd you say, oh, hell nah? What? Oil going crazy? You've been trading oil, huh? Yeah, it is going crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Looks like it's going straight to previous day's high. It might even go back. It might even go back up to those highs. Your buy today. It's creamy. It's not creamy. Yo guys, I think I'm gonna trade ES today. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's what I want to do. We're gonna trade ES. Unless for some reason like Nasdaq is really looking like the better play. Um, 4 hour trend line bias short. 4 hour trend line. I don't know. Not really my style. Kind of looks like an old newspaper. I guess we're running the old newspaper strategy. Um, End dog here. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. The bias is not the clearest, but I have a game plan. So here, opened here. I got a game plan. We're gonna follow the game plan. It's a map. You think we'll be topping considering London swept? No, I don't. I don't. I mean, it was a decent move overnight, but we had this consolidation here, so I don't think it'll be too bad. Anyone else got a free Top Step account? I already have 5, so it doesn't even matter. I don't know if I got one or not. Um, is there news today? I forget. I think it was 8:30 news, right? Oh, 9:45 p.m. Okay, cool. How do you? I don't know. I was just reading chat. Don't. Yo, what you on your phone is or switch? Sometimes I. What do you mean? Do I switch? Like switch to what? So we're inside previous day's range. Um. Okay, daily VI is pretty much the same as the. Oh no, it's not. This happens to be resting inside, so we don't need to mark out the daily volume imbalance, but we'll mark out previous day low, previous day high, which we're just working inside the range. Um, I don't know. I don't know about the free account stuff, guys. Those trading in the 19th century? Oh, you guys don't like it for real? For real? What monitors do you have? But I honestly couldn't tell you. The only one I know is my main one, which is a Samsung Odyssey G7. That's the only one I know for like sure. Give me one sec here. Did I had an order, please? Cancel this order. Yep. Price is still in yesterday's opening range. Could be seek and destroy. Possible. 4K OLED. It is 4K. Yeah, it is a 4K monitor. All my monitors are actually two of my monitors are 4K. One of them is not. New color looks nice. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll probably end up changing it again, but for now we're rocking with it. I don't know until I figure out something else. I need a break from the other stuff. Need a break from the other stuff. The candle looks awful. Oh yeah, it does look pretty awful. True. I'm probably bullish though, if I'm being honest. Not necessarily I'm bullish, but I don't see myself shorting. Um, I don't see myself shorting. Maybe we'll see. Probably wait till 9:45 and go from there. Got my first eval today after 1 year of demo. Good luck, bro. 27 inch. I think so. Yeah, I think my main one's 27 inch. Based on OGE. OTE is not too good at predicting price lags. If you actually look at the research, in terms of retracement legs that actually get held, it's usually not OTE, believe it or not. There's actually different numbers. The strategy with OTE, the reason OTE is so good is because the risk to reward factor. You know? Like if you have a range and you're entering off OTE, it's such a good risk to reward strategy that profitable. OTE is insane. I mean, like I said, it's not because the market actually responds to OTE. If you actually look at the statistics, there were literally studies done on this, like very detailed studies. There's actually not that much significance of the market responding to OTE levels in terms of retracements. I'm not saying it doesn't work as a strategy. The reason it works as a strategy is because the risk to reward. You have to combine it. No, I'm not saying you. Let me rephrase. If you were to mark out all the major retracements that led to moves, most of those retracements are not from tapping OTE. It's from other levels. They're like almost they would seem random almost. There's like a pretty even distribution of levels that were retraced to, like percentages. It's a pretty much an even distribution. I was reading a study on it yesterday. However, there are people out there with like people who trade with OTE out there, like people who are, professional trade 20, 30 plus years who use Fibonacci's. Their win rates are quite low, but it's still very profitable because their win rate is, their risk reward is so high. Because when you're wrong with OTE, you get stopped out right away, Anyways, we're not here to talk about OTE. I'm in so much debt. Please don't lose today. I'm copying you with all my funds. Hope we win, I guess, bro. How do you? I don't use OTE. I just thought I would say that because someone said 3-minute OTE. Um, just sharing the data behind it. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. Anyone who's anyone who's in this chat probably has no real data on the actual significance of OTE. How many Apex? Zero, bro. Lori, what's up, brother? You trade OT? I didn't say there's anything wrong trading OT. I actually said it's very profitable. The reason it's profitable is because optimal trade entries offer high risk to reward setups. So when you're wrong, you lose quick, and when you're right, you get big wins. Anyways, we don't got to talk about OT. We don't. Um, I'm gonna be looking for longs today. I'm not quite confident that it's bullish. I think previous day's low seems like to be an easy objective. We could easily see something like 15-minute CB down. I don't think I want to take any shorts, so we're just gonna be waiting for a high probability long. So the bias is pretty much neutral. I'm gonna wait and see if the market wants to show me that it's bullish. It's not showing me that it's bullish right now. Um, but that's the game plan. There is SM. I mean, YM will probably take previous day's low at least. We'll go from there. Once YM takes out previous day's low, yeah, we'll go from there. But I mean, YM's probably going to take that level out, if we're being honest. So, you know, he was equal lows yesterday. They can skip the equal lows. I don't mind. I'm not going to take any shorts. ES has definitely not taken previous day's low. None of the indices have. There is no indices that have taken. YM's closest. ES has taken London lows, yeah. You guys are looking at ES here. You guys can see the numbers, right? And the thing up here says ES. Most likely we'll be waiting for afternoons. You get to talk. I don't know about no free top step account. I don't know. I have 5 anyways, so I'm not checking. Doesn't mean much. Maybe there is some way you can get it. Maybe. I don't know. What I do know is it's Friday. You guys know what the goal for today is? You guys know what the goal for today is? The goal for today is to not lose more than 1.5 risk to reward. That's the goal. Do not lose more than 1.5 risk to reward. And follow the trade checklist diligently. Yo, this is on my phone. This is looking hella yellow. Is it looking really yellow for you guys? For me, it looks like I think because my monitor has like different light settings. Does it look more yellow or more like beige white? It's yellow as hell, huh? Yeah, I hate that shit. I can't lie. That's pissing me off right now. There's no way I can execute on my live funds on my phone when it looks like that. Hold up. Try this. Is that better? No. It's more bright. Oh, I guess my monitor has like different. We just have to rock back. That's what I was running before? That shit looks like blue now. Anyways, we're just gonna go back to what we had before for now, because until I figure something else out. Yeah, I don't like the yellow. I just looked at it on my phone and it looks awful, in my opinion. It looks awful. So just back to what we had for now. Um. Anyways, the game plan is quite simple. Obviously, just focus on following the trade checklist diligently. Don't lose more than 1.5 R. Today's gonna be a de-risk day for me today as well. Although technically we are up on the week, so I don't have to de-risk. But I don't know. I feel like de-risking. De-risking an ad. Maybe today will be more aggressive with the adding. It's on your monitor enable. It's on your monitor enable. Nice. Yeah, it is. I also have like the video control panel, and I adjusted that stuff too. I'll work on some other stuff in the weekend. Don't know if it's a mistake from them. Just got it like 10 minutes ago. I mean, we take it. Start trading it. I don't know. I don't think it was a mistake. They do it. They do that randomly sometimes. We may not make a lower low. I wonder if this goes straight to previous day high. Anyways, game plan for today. I want the market to show me that it's bullish. Um, right now we're pretty range bound. This could be a Judas swing higher. Like we could, I wouldn't be surprised if we got like like this, and then speed down lower. It's possible. Um, possible. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I'm neutral currently. Like I see, if anything, I see shorts right now more than longs. Like to me, this looks like it's bearish. The way it's looking right now, to me, it actually looks bearish. Um, but I think I want to align with higher time frame. There's like a 30% chance we take previous day's high, and I think we can get that. I don't like the equal highs that we left there, so I'm gonna just wait for a long. See how YM's going lower? Yeah, they're out of sync. At least these two are pumping together. YM's diving lower towards previous day's low. There's gonna be an SMT at previous day's low. We have red folder at 9:45, so I have no problem waiting for that. Currently in SMT here. Why does it look bearish? We just had a pretty large overnight sell-off after putting in this high above midnight, and order flow is bearish. Um, Previous day's low is a strong drawn liquidity if order flow is bearish. So I'm not gonna sit here saying it's guaranteed bearish. I don't want to take a short today, really. Like I don't want the market to really convince me that it's gonna be going lower today. Otherwise, I'd rather wait. Like I feel like I'd rather even take a retracement long after a sweeping previous day low than a short. We can tape read this short idea. Say you entered now, stop loss here, TP previous day's low. Tape read. Inverse the breaker. I'm not in this trade, guys. If you guys ever see me put the tool, I mean I'm not in the trade. Most likely gonna wait until 9:45. The tape read. No, I'm not in. You'll see if I'm in. I think this could speed up lower. This will act like a bearish order block. I'm not confident in it, but just looking at the candles. My favorite alpha account is standard. I recommend 0 if you're new. Top Step's not letting you in. Brother, when's the last time you used Top Step? That shit was like 3 years ago that they made that. Why standard? It's just the easiest one for payouts, and you can request 100% of what you make. See if that gets heavy there. I wonder if there's like a short opportunity like this. I feel like break even at that low. I don't like it. I just don't want to short, like if I'm being honest. Maybe it's fear, but I feel like I'd rather wait. I'd rather wait for like a sell side sweep and then potential long than take a short. We'll just see. Who knows? Is zero easy for payouts? Yeah, it's very easy for payouts. The advanced accounts? The advanced accounts, listen, only use the advanced if you want to go for big payouts. That's pretty much the only reason you'd use are you at guys, you'll see it when I'm in the trade. You're gonna see the order. You're even gonna hear a noise. I enabled the noise. It's gonna go ding or something like that. I don't know, whichever that sound is. This is just an example of where I think the market can go down, but I also think I can get a better trade later on, you know? So I'm not gonna take this one because I think if I'm patient, I'll be able to get a better one. Trading view replacements, you can't replace trading view, bro. That shit is the best. I just got banned from Alpha today after passing. Why'd you get banned? You can withdraw 100% of Alpha Standard account? Yep. If you make 500, you can request straight up. Just 500. Just take it. Straight. C Trader? I mean, it's not a bad option. I don't even think that has futures data, though. Isn't C Trader for CFDs only? Forex? Yeah, this would be first presentation. So they're on NASDAQ as well. With the respect of that order block, oh my. That's almost like perfect. Are you bearish? I'm neutral actually. I'm not bearish. I just think it's gonna go down right now. It's not something I want to participate in, but I just think it's gonna go down right now. So buy side came into end dog. We haven't taken sell side. It's been bearish overnight. 15-minute gap in there. So I'm not personally really bearish, but I'm more neutral. I just think there's a likelihood that it goes lower. I don't think it's worth the risk. Maybe I'm just being fearful, but I think I'd rather wait till after 9:45. I'd be more comfortable risking something. Can't access Alpha and Lucid. I would recommend Apex Migs. What's good, Adam? It's too sloppy, to be honest, for my liking. Still heavy, but this breaker. It just looks like it's gonna dump. Like, am I the only one getting that in like vibe? Like the way the candles are forming, just seems like it's gonna literally rip lower. You know? Our previous stage low. I think it's possible. I like NWAG low because the deviation is for one is right there. Should I stay in my short through PMI? I don't think you should ask me that question. Good, Ollie. I mean, it depends where your stop loss is. Are you trading on alpha hidden fog? If you're trading on alpha, unless your stop's like here, you gotta make sure you don't fill the trade within 2 minutes, right? So you could just close it at 9:43, I guess. Yeah, daily volume imbalance was right here, right? Near NY Globe. That's why I don't have it marked. Otherwise I would. Are you shorting today? I kind of want to wait for a long, if I'm being honest. I do think this can potentially go to previous day's low. I'm not bullish right now, but I do think we could potentially shift bullish. So I'm gonna wait for that narrative and go from there. You get me? You get me? I would have preferred at least one of the indices take out that low, to be honest. A little bit uneventful in here. Wait till 9:45. If we will take this low, will you be bullish? Just because we take a low doesn't mean bullish. Let's say we take the low, we show speed, displacement, a strong breaker. Okay, different story now. Just because we take the low, that's that's bearish. If we're making lower lows, that's bearish. It may frame an idea, guy. You remember me? You don't even have a username, bro. You don't even got a username, bro. Anyways, it's definitely looking sloppy right now. Let's clear the your sub to TradeZella. Oh, you're gonna love it, bro. TradeZella is honestly so goated. TradeZella is so goated. I'm just gonna clear the annotation. There's nothing clear right now. Nothing clear right now. Let's take a look at dollar index. Yeah, dollar index is weak. Dollar index is weak, weak, weak. Probably dollar index makes Friday low of week. Yeah, I want to see previous days high. I want to see previous days high. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because I have long positions on swings, but we took previous days low on YM, so there's SMT there. I just don't trust that sweep, but there's a fair value gap in there too. I wouldn't enter this now because news candle, but I'm just potentially scouting an idea. It's a big range. That's a big range. Org hasn't even been filled yet. There's a good probability that gets filled, right? When there's a small org like that. I'd probably buy this gap if there was no 9:45 news. If I'm being honest, the CISD there, higher high, but because there's news, I don't know. It makes me a little bit iffy. Cool pattern. It's so big, bro. Yeah, we'll just have to wait. I mean, it's 1 minute until news now. Why is the news at 12:45? I don't know why there's. I didn't pick the schedule, bro. I'm just reading it. Does this not look like a market maker buy model? No, not at all. It just looks like consolidation to me. Maybe here, but we've already taken that out on Nasdaq, so we're really just range bound. We're stuck in a range. It's been ranging for a while, so haven't really seen one extreme get taken yet. I would much rather be a buyer after we take out the sell side, like a real like under. Yeah, I think we're gonna try some S&P trading for a while. I mean, I've been doing it on my live account because the risk is better. But I think we'll do it. Just got cooked on your funded. You get cooked, bro. What news is it? It's PMI. Now we go London lows. We already took London low on yes. Took shorts and I FOMO because I missed my entry. Well, at least you know. With the highs between ES and NQ on AM and PM yesterday. Just got the email from Top Step. It was because of December outage. I didn't get no email from Top Step. Is it because I have 5 accounts? Guess what am I gonna do with another account? I mean, we're definitely range bound right now. So we've set an initial high and now an initial low. If we can sweep out the low, I'll look for a long. And that's the game plan. Did you ever get a payout denied? I've actually never had a payout denied. So I don't know the feeling. Gotta make sure you follow the rules. What time is PMI? It's done. There's no more news. I feel like I gotta go wet my hair, bro. Did you ever use ICT's OTZ? What's OTZ stand for? The 1 minute chart. If we can sweep the lows, I'll look for a long. Optimal trade zone. You mean optimal trade entry? What's optimal trade zone? News was at 9:45, guys. It's done now. And we're approaching that first 950 macro. We can sweep the lows. What's the bias? I'm pretty neutral today, but I'm looking for a long. I'm not really interested in shorts. Um, I'm really interested in longs. There's no significant 10 a.m. news. Consumer sentiment. It's not important to me. Let me make sure it's not on Alpha's board, actually. Is weather now good? Oh, no, brother. It's awful. The weather is terrible. Atrocious, I'd even say. Uh, yeah, there's not significant news. Why did you not expect the retracement to 30% level? There was not really a one-sided expansion this week. It was still a pretty range-bound week. You don't look for that every single Friday. You only look for that in very specific conditions. We did not meet those conditions the last 3 weeks. $1 billion so cheap? Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not. What's the cheapest time to get a Tradezilla yearly plan? It's going to be the same price always. They've only ever run one discount, and it was Black Friday, which was like 2 months ago. So just send it to previous day's low. Yeah, we can go there. I wouldn't mind. You want? Are you in a short? Is that why you wanted to go there? Yeah, the news was 9:45. You're not on a short? Oh, you just want to see previous days low? I'm happy with just these lows. Like, I don't need much more than that. Under which circumstances? You only look for a TGIF weekly retracement if one, we had a one-sided weekly expansion. A clear one-sided expansion for the week. That's option one. Two, it's the end of the week and we're trading near the high of the week on that expansion. You expect a retracement of 20 to 30%. Think about it as if you're in a long for the entire week and it's time to take profits now, right? You're going to take profits near the high of the week and it's going to retrace. That's the idea. Yeah, the whole month has been ranging. Lame. Bearish for rally gap. The micro has a way more animated gap there. Anyway, still choppy. This is trading view. No, January is not always like this. Usually January is just bullish. Mini S&P symbol is ES. You think we outgoing long once we test the lower sweep them? I think it's possible. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be looking for. Could be wrong, but just an idea. The week is ranging, but we can see power 3 pattern for the whole week. Tops up giving out free combines. I didn't get no free combine. Last training was the same. What's the correlate with S&P with MNQ? MES. February's gonna be a lot cleaner. Hopefully zero trades this month. Damn. Interesting. No consistency for funding next eval. Not on the Rapid account. No. It's a pretty good plan, to be honest. If your goal is like an easy payout. Unless you want to build a buffer. But really what you want to do with that account is you want to get that account, get it available for a payout, request the full payout. It's going to blow the account and you get another one. You get me? I'm currently working on 9 fundeds. Any questions about the daily FAG lower? No, it can go there. Alpha like 2 to 3 times more plus other firm activation fee. Is it worth? The standard account. The zero account's one of the cheapest accounts out there. If you want the standard account, is it worth it? I mean, for me, it's worth it. It's the one that gets me the easiest payouts, so. How much you risk per account? My max is 200. Why blow it? Because if you're not going to request the full payout, then you have to build a buffer. And if you're going to build a buffer on Funded Next Rapid, you might as well just get another account that's better for building buffers, you know? Do you lose your account after a payout on the zero account? No, you don't. Maven, I'd be a little bit iffy on them. They don't have too many users. You don't really want to use firms that don't have that many people. Yeah, you don't need a buffer on Alpha Zero. That's why it's my favorite firm. Easiest payouts. You don't have to make a lot of money. You don't have to have a lot of wins. 5 payouts to max? There's no max. Are you taking trades on ES now? I'm going to be on ES today. Do you have Lucid? I don't have any Lucids, but if I had to pick between Lucid or Top Step, I would pick Lucid. Does Lucid need buffer? Lucid doesn't need buffer, but technically you want buffer, yeah. Because on Lucid, if you don't build the buffer, it means when you request your payout, you're going to blow the account, right? So unless you want to get one payout blow, one payout blow, one payout blow, at some point you're going to have to build a buffer. Guys, any other firm out there, you have to build a buffer. Pretty much. No, it's not the same with Alpha Standard. Alpha Standard, you don't need a buffer. If you request 500, if you make 500 on Alpha Standard and you request all that money, your account does not get blown. You can still trade that account. Any other firm, account's blown. Same thing for Alpha Zero. That's their first payout. With Alpha Future, it's nothing. Alpha's best. I'm going to say it's the best, but it's the best for an easy payout. You just want one simple, easy payout, or multiple simple, easy payouts, I should say. How come I took a payout all the money and it gets blown? Because on other prop firms, when you request a payout, your drawdown gets set to 0. So if you take out all the money and your drawdown set to 0, you have no more drawdown left. The account gets blown. Alpha Futures doesn't do that. They don't set your drawdown to 0. So when you request on Alpha Futures, you have how much drawdown you have after the payout, whatever it was before. If you had 1,500, you request 500, you have 1,000 left. It doesn't change. Be able to keep the data after you load the account on TradingView? I don't think so. You'd probably want to keep track of it before that. Today's Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet's at 10 a.m. So, I mean, there's no clear narrative right now. So, no Silver Bullet right now. Yeah, Apex 20 accounts. I mean, I'm going for that as well. So, Apex needs a buffer. But it's 20 accounts, yo. Apex, I feel like at some point, everyone should probably work on Apex. Want an extra Apex? Can you pay out all your profit? Yes, you can. But you will blow the account if you do that, which is fine. But that's why I recommend Alpha Futures, because when you request all your profit on the standard account, your account does not get blown. You can do that multiple times, right? Same thing for Alpha Zero. How much max you can pay out on Fund and Extra Rapid at 50K? I think it's 1,500, if I'm not mistaken. Robbie, what's good, bro? Robbie, you be trading, bro? Drawdown you have. Trust the long yet. But why like Profit Trader doesn't open their live account? I don't know. I have a live account. YM does look clean. YM longs from previous day's low looks clean. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna trust it yet because I still want to see the sell side get taken. Yeah, I made 3R and you nice. If you make 500 and you take out 500, you have 1,500 left. You trade YM sometimes, bro. I'd be trading. 8 crows, you would have $1,500 left. On any other firm, you would just blow the account. How do I go about DM you to enter the giveaway? I used your code multiple times. If you guys use my code, then please message me on Discord. No trades yet. I want to look for a long. Nothing I see. Nothing I like right now. 10 micros per. Yeah, it does. It has micro scaling. What? Yo, does TopStep still not have that, by the way? Or am I mistaken? They don't? They still don't have that? Bro, people have been complaining about that for like 3 years, bro. That's so shit, man. Bottom step. They don't have micro scaling still. Basically on Top Step, if it says you can trade 2 contracts, that means you can either trade 2 minis or 2 micros. What? Like, what is that? Use it for TradeZilla? Shit, I'll add you, bro. Yeah, it scales. Like, you have to make money, then you can. Yeah. No, I didn't take the inversion. I want to see sell side take him, so I'm not comfortable taking the long like this when we're just range bound. TPT, yo, that's what's up. TPT, I've already got 2 payouts on TPT. I could take out $90 right now. Just say the word. Actually, let me check if they even let you do that. Hold on. Would they let me take out $90? Oh shit, I might as well. I think we can get previous day's high today, if I'm being honest, but to find a high probability trade seems quite rare. I don't like that it's swooping higher before lower. Oh my god, they actually would let me. They would deadass let me request $90? Did I do it? What do I do with $90? That'd be my 3rd payout. Yo, does anyone here like truly actively trade with Take Profit Trader? Like, does anyone here have a live account with Take Profit Trader? What are you gonna do with it? Well, the thing is, with Take Profit Trader, when you get 5 payouts, you get moved to live, right? It doesn't matter the size of the payouts. Am I correct? Or am I incorrect? I don't think it matters the size of the payout. It's 5 payouts regardless. No, I think it's 10K or 5 payouts. And you get 90% split once you get moved to live, right? So I want to take my bigger payouts when I get live. TPT and run it up. Yo, TPT, I'm telling you guys, is low-key a goated firm, bro. Like, it's probably not the main firm you want to have. But, bro, you make money, you request it same day. Oh, fuck it. I'm going to request it and see what happens. I might end up taking a trade, and if I lose, then I guess they'll deny it, but whatever. It's 90 bucks. Because once you get 5 payouts, I'm pretty sure you get moved to live, regardless of the size. Anyway, there we get org fill. That was a really high probability draw on liquidity that I wanted to be a part of. SPY is the... Oh. Who decided on this color, bro? Crashing out. All right. Yeah, I really want to see sell side get taken first. Can't really trust that. The YM long is pretty good. No, I didn't take anything. I requested it because again, I don't really care about how much I make now. Because right now, take profit trader is 80% split. Once you get moved to live, it's 90% split. So if I'm gonna request $1,000 payout, that's an extra $100. If I request a $10,000 payout, that's an extra $1,000. Okay, so I definitely want to take my bigger payouts. That's a 10% increase. So it's pretty significant. Pretty significant. Is it in 5K? I don't know. I actually don't know. I was told it's 5 payouts or 10K. Anyways, it is pretty cool that you can request every day, yo. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty cool. Like if you're on a win streak, oh, you just make so much money, bro. It's crazy. I see YM, but the long would have been here at 952, and honestly, I hadn't seen it at that time. So I'm bullish. Well, I was more neutral, but I was waiting for it to be bullish. So I don't know. Like I said, previous day's high. I just really don't like that we left like equal like those lows. But maybe we get a silver bullet play, or we're bearish. Because honestly, if we are bearish, let's say hypothetically, yo, this 4-hour gap might deliver a very nice short. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like if you're bearish on the day, this setup looks really good. The fact that we left the equal lows with the 4-hour gap, we filled org. It's a perfect stage to distribute lower. The thing is I'm not really bearish, so I'm gonna fade all of that. Like I'm gonna fade all of that and say that we're gonna continue higher. So if we can get a silver bullet protraction model long, I'm just gonna mark out this sweep to make myself feel better. Yeah. On a real note though, like yeah, it's gonna be a silver bullet protraction long from the 5-minute here, and that's the play. That's the only play I see. And we may get destroyed on this trade. I understand that, and I accept. I accept the challenge. 10-minute gaps forming, 5-minute gap for 1 more minute. Alternatively, we keep pumping, and then my swing trade makes money, so it's kind of a win-win for me. Unless it reverses, obviously. Why does everyone say to blow account before moving to live? What is wrong with that? Um, Passed by TBT, blew it, and now I'm opening another one. Valid, bro. BR is fine as is. Any other firm live account is good. I think Take Profit Trader has one of the best ones. I'm looking into Tradeify. Actually, may get affiliated with them, to be honest. I'm looking into Tradeify. This guy's the most indecisive trader. Well, appreciate you watching, brother. Did we miss the entry? No, there's no. Even if I was bullish, where was my entry here? Here? Hell no. That's not good enough for me. That's too far up. If the stop loss is here, so it's not risk optimal enough. Say you could argue a stop loss like here. It's still 1R. Could have been a base hit. I don't take a lot of 1Rs on stream, but I do take a lot of them off stream. Zero black candles in an entire uptrend. It's only 1 minute chart. Anyways, 5 minute gap has formed. Potentially a silver bullet play here. If we are bullish, we'll see. I'd have to see simply a retracement into the 5 and then a protraction model long from that. I would take a long, target whatever high gets put in. And yeah. This is displacement, I would say. If you're bullish, I would argue this is a valid displacement. You know, Nasdaq looks a little bit better. Maybe if I looked at Nasdaq 950, I would have bought a little bit cleaner. Wouldn't you say? I don't know. It is not the cleanest formation. Entry now on YM. No. I need to see a protraction model. The account's not blown if you lose more. No, you just have to come back another day. We're inside that 4 hour gap. Inside the 4 hour gap. And we're inside and new week opening gap. 50% level. This is gonna have to be at 2. It's gonna drop. I think it's very possible that it is bearish, which is why I'm not taking a long on YM right now. No trades yet. Can you explain the 40% consistency rule on Alpha Zero? I've been on Express. I need one more winning day. Your best trading day cannot be more than 40% of your total profit. That's it. Just like if you just read that a couple times, it'll make sense. Your best trading day cannot be more than 40% of your profits. Total profit. What a fucking long. Thought we would sweep first to low. Don't marry your buys. Fuck me. Why are you so mad, bro? It didn't get. If your model is wait for sweep and then long, and that didn't happen, you don't take a trade. You know? That's it. It's that simple. You're not gonna go say, "Oh, I missed the move." No, you didn't miss shit. Your model didn't form. If your model says wait for a sweep, then enter long, that's your model. Are you trading? You're not trying to capture every single market move. Do I exit the trade or hold till Asia? Did your stop loss cover the 5 minute gap? Actually, has 615. Did you take a partial? If I'm you, I partial, sit break even, and hold that shit. Not because I really think it's gonna go. Oh, Asia high's right there. Yeah, I would just hold. Wait, I'm confused. Wait a minute. Holy shit. Nasdaq is way. What happened here on ES, bro? Oh, I guess Nasdaq just pumped way more. I'm confused. Shit looks weird. Nasdaq's like all the way up here. It's the kind of shit you get when I decide to switch trade ES. Clean S&T there. Damn. Where's previous day's high then? Oh, Nasdaq's almost at previous day high. I'd hold that shit for sure. For sure, for sure. Hopefully you get the retracement before Nasdaq previous day high. That'd be great. I'm not gonna buy the 5-minute, but I'll buy a protraction model out of the 5-minute. I think it's a 10-minute now. Just have to see a retracement. No retracement, please. I mean, your stop 615. Breakaway gap? It's possible. I'm into sell, kind of enter after the inversion. If you're bearish, yeah, you can. Sounds like a valid model, if that's what you're asking me. If you're bearish. Stop is 633. Yeah, valid the bottom of the 5. You should be fine. If it's gonna go previous day's high and come all the way down there, then I don't know what to tell you. That's unfortunate. No, I'm not interested in shorts today. I just want to be a long participant. At least right now. You still bully has to be a minute? Yeah. Yes, sir. Market maker, market maker. Marker maker model. This PA was promised 3,000 years ago. I didn't take any trades yet. Just waiting for a silver bullet play. Opinions on January. It's been a tough month. What made you fade a 2-minute inverse down? I would rather wait for a long than short. You get me? Just waiting for a better setup. Like, I wanted to wait for longs today. I'm not trying to catch every single move. I'm trying to catch the best moves. So if I'm bullish, I was more neutral, but waiting for it to be bullish, that's just me waiting for a better, clearer setup. I'm not gonna take every single inverse down and then the inverse up and then the retracement down and then the buy. Like, I don't gotta catch all that. Just gotta wait for one clear setup with my buys. Strong candle, but we're inside the 5, 10. I prefer like one more candle down, but if we get an inversion here, I will execute. It's everything I need. I prefer one more down candle, but I'll take it. This is the take Greenland model. Are you bullish today? Just join. Again, I'm neutral, but right now I'm looking for a potential long. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm bullish right now. I'd say I'm bullish at least until previous day's high on NQ, and then we can go from there. I'm gonna just mark out the entire 5-minute gap because it's gonna look pretty sloppy on the 10-minute, given that we're probably gonna look like we're closing below. Yeah, I would be ideal if we start finding support here because it's a PD array inside the upper portion of the 5-minute. So if we get an inversion here, I'll buy that. ES mini 5 cons. Sorry, I do some math here. Shit. 5-point stop. That's 25 per. Call it a 6-point stop. It's 30 points. So a 4 contract trade here. It would be 4. Maybe even 5. Right? If we inverse, that's a 5.25 stop. So 5 times 5. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be at least a 4 contract trade. Maybe more. Right? I need a strong closure here. I'll take it. Manage accordingly to previous day's high. As long as we get above 50%, I'll take it. Watching this candle. Watching this candle. Only going down. Watching the candle. Watching the candle. We should open a gap here and trade higher, and then I'll buy it. If it comes down and touches, I don't like that. I want to see a little separation. At least on NQ. I'll put a buy order here. Most likely going to cancel this buy order. Yeah, canceling the buy order. Lower low. If we get an order block here, I'll buy that. Stop loss is going to be different. Say we get the order block. That's still a 5-point stop. We'll start it with the 3 contract trade, and we'll see if we want to build up. No, we're gonna do 4. We're gonna do 4. Let's do 3. And then I can always add one aggressively because I don't want to accidentally over risk, and the stop loss might change. If the next candle comes up, forms an order block, I'll take it buy. Looks like YM wants to make a lower low. Obviously, we could be bearish, right? That's a bearish order block, and this is my model forming short. So if you're bearish, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a bad, but I'm personally only focused on the long. You guys find support at 50% of this wick. Yeah, YM looks weak. Like YM looks like it's gonna make a lower low, right? So we'll get an SMT here. Patience, I'd say. Let's go TP5. If YM respects this gap. Dollar index was bearish. Let's see if it's still bearish. Yeah, dollar index is still pretty bearish. Still like the long play. Just gonna wait and see. If YM respects this gap and breaks higher, makes a higher high, be a nice formation. I may even just take it on YM. Yeah, we shouldn't make a lower low if we're bullish. We're at the bottom of that 10-minute gap. Most likely going to take a buy here. All right, I'm going to take that buy. Buy, not on. Anyways, just throw this up here, see what we get. I did make one small mistake though. Entered buy on NASDAQ, 3 contracts. It is not on ES on my other accounts. Previous day's highs right here on NASDAQ. 740. So I expect it to go higher at least for a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Stop loss 3.7 here. I'm risking 140 bucks. I'm in 2 MNQ contracts, and I'm also in on my live or my on ES. And I'm just hoping for a spool here. You know, that's all. Hoping for a spool, really, on all of them. See what they can give. I don't know how high ES wants to go, but I'm gonna wait for previous day's high. Move the stop here to 639. Managing risk. On NASDAQ, moving the stop to 691. Pretty low risk trade already. I mean, we're risking like 60 bucks. 60 bucks. I almost did something wrong. That's a little bit too low. Strong candle. You could even argue breaking even here, if I'm being honest. I would not really want to see it come back here. I'm not going to go break even, but I may manually close it break even, if that makes sense. So, does that make sense? I'm not going to set it at break even, but if I see something, I may just terminate at break even. Because it's a premium entry. I'm going to have to manage aggressively. Like, I'm really just hoping that YM wants to continue higher towards its highs, which I think it does. And I'm also hoping that maybe ES can take out Asia highs. Like, obviously, it's SMT right now. But that's why I got to be cautious in this trade. I'd say stop is safe. Yeah, I like to stop where it is right now. I mean, we're risking so little, so I don't have to worry. Or good, yeah, I want to see this gap hold. We're going to go ahead and move this to 4-2. Not break even, but at the breakaway gap. Expecting it to be a breakaway gap, you know? So I'll break even on my fund is as well. Yeah. All right, so we'll see if we can get heaviness here. If the market can respect this gap, which it should if we're bullish because it's a break of this high, you don't want to see it come back down here. If we're bullish, we respect this. So stop covers that, right? Sitting on a risk-free trade. Um, I may buy in this gap as well. We'll see. Targeting, my main target right now is the high here on YM at 930. I think YM can take that high, and then we'll see where we are on the S&P. My be end all be all target is previous day high on ES. I don't know if we're gonna get there. That's like my best case scenario. So if we want to just go up there, I'll take that. All right, that's a 25-point move. Like I don't have take profit. What's my target? My target's whatever the market gives me. We'll just have to see. Hopefully, it gives me something good. You know. Um. ES stop loss can be at 4.4 really. Go 4.375. Secure the commission. I want to see this gap hold. If that gap fails, I don't really want to be in the trade. I do not want to see it come down here. If it's going to inverse this and come down here, probably a losing trade. Boot camps in stream, but that's your implied dealing range. So this could be a valid pyramid, but this is my best case scenario target, so I'm a little bit skeptical. You know, ES was more bullish the entire week, and then I switched today to ES, and it's the less bullish asset. You know, there's SMT at previous day's high. See if this gap wants to hold. If so, should be a decent winning day. If not, could actually be bearish because ES what NQ took previous day's high. I'm gonna set this to break even because NQ is a little bit more bullish. Because I'm in the trade on NQ as well, and it just looks a little bit better on NQ. Like, look at NQ right now. So, hopefully, if whatever happens, it happens on all of them. If we make a higher high, I'll move my stop loss here. To be honest, I'm tempted to just move it there now. Top on NQ is 722. Yeah, YM looks weak. I'll be honest. YM looks pretty weak. Best case scenario target on NQ is 890. That's the best case scenario. I don't know if we're going to get that. There's a gap here. See what we do in retrospect to that. Thinking about putting the stop here. If it's going to make a lower low, it's probably going to make a run against us, right? We're up 0.5R on NQ. Technically, that could be a fifth payout, but this trade has a really good potential. So I just feel like the last every time I take a trade, obviously if it's bearish, then there's not much I can say. But it's just been a long time since I got a clean one-sided buy program. Like we've taken many trades on stream where we take the trade and the market just goes. Like the market just goes, you know? I'm gonna lock in $75 on the NASDAQ here per account. So it stops being moved to this low. Yeah. Just like I want one of those, man. Like I don't even need like that much money, bro. Like it's not about the money. It's about the ease. You know, like I want easiness. Oh, this is pretty easy right now. I'm not gonna sit here and say this is hard. I mean, it was simple, silver bullet protraction. Well, you know, like sometimes it's just like, what? Everything went my way? What the hell? Type beat, you know. You could add a contract here if you wanted to. Stop should still be break even anyways. I'm not gonna add one. I don't even have a strong target on this trade. Best case scenario, previous day high on ES. Just hoping for like a trend day. You ever laugh? You seem very serious. Oh, bro, I laugh all the time. Just when I'm trading, I'm locked in, you know? Hey, lower RR? No. Can you laugh at us for proof? Someone gotta say something funny. No music, no nothing. I mean, this work, bro. I feel like music's a little bit of a distraction. The only time I'd play music is like now. Cause now all you really have to do is stay calm, not focus on the P&L, and just take what the market gives you. That's all you have to do now, you know? So if I was to play music, I would do so now. But not while I'm like waiting for a trade. Some whale sounds. You good, man? Stay locked in. I'm good. I'm good. It's volume imbalance. I don't know if it's gonna hold. I'm pretty 50-50 right now. But if it does, we could potentially see speed above this high, which probably would set us in stage 4, I would say. Previous day high, most likely. At least Asia highs. If we get Asia high, we're probably gonna get previous day high, let's be honest. New 15-minute candle. There's a 15-minute gap there. So my stop loss is 15-minute low. If it wants to stay a breakaway, doesn't look like it's going to right now, but if it wants to stay a breakaway gap, that would be great. We've already traded into the order block. Like we've offered enough fair value. Again, we could come back into this gap. I could always take a re-entry. I'd rather it stay a breakaway, obviously, because my stop loss is there and it'll be easier for me. But I also need to be cautious because I could be wrong, and I understand that I could be wrong about this trade. And this is the point in which I would find out I'm wrong. So I want to be cautious re-entering if I get stopped out here. I'd want to be extra cautious, you know. And really, it should, like, ideally does stay a breakaway because we've already come down into the 15. We've already done a lot of work inside this gap. So could we sweep and move higher? Of course. But if this was a true, strong buy-side delivery program, we don't even see that. We do have an S&P at the highs. Now, my NASDAQ trade is doing a lot better than my S&P trade. NASDAQ's kind of just printing, you know, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to move my stop loss here on the NASDAQ. 747. So 1033 low. That secures me half R, so I'm actually pretty content with that. Did this get copy traded on my top steps? Yes, it did. Okay, nice. Copy trader's working. So we're securing half R, which is good, because now if I want to re-enter a trade, stop loss on ES, same. This is ES you see here. Yeah, I meant to take it all on ES. I forgot I had my funded open on NASDAQ, though. Yeah, stop loss is here on ES. Same candle, 1033 low. Just give me a buy, nice buy program. I'm honestly thinking about holding this, at least on some of my accounts. Now that we're in prospect of making higher highs. 805.75 is a strong target if bullish. 805.75, I'll mark that out on the NASDAQ. I'm going to go to regular trading hours and see if there's any information that I could be missing. You have a 15-minute gap in there. Yeah, 805.75 seems like the most logical target. And like I said, 890 would be best case scenario. Not best case scenario, but anyways, 805.90. Whatever this red line is on NASDAQ, 807.75. That would be great. I will not complain if we want to go all the way there. I'm going to put this at 846 just to secure 3 points. On the NASDAQ, we're going to go 848 or 748 on the stop loss, which would be right here. So this down candle, 1032 candle low, 646.75. I'm going to give it an extra 2 ticks on ES because NASDAQ's a little bit more bullish. Putting in a bullish fair value gap here. I want to see that same speed that I'm seeing on NASDAQ. NASDAQ's printing. The one day, I literally never switched. I've been so loyal to NASDAQ. And it's like so much more clear, the more bullish asset today. But to be honest, I mean, it's more important on my fundeds than my live account, if I'm being honest right now. So, although the live account's important, obviously, but anyway, new gap here. I want to see that supported. NASDAQ here, this gap. What I want to see here is, I think we're already at 1 standard deviation on the NASDAQ. Yeah, we did. And on that retracement. Okay. No, not -1 yet. Yeah, it may start to fizzle out now. But I mean, I'm content. We're guaranteed half R. We're guaranteed a little bit more than half R, $140. So $140. Good work, wouldn't you say? It's good bucks. Good works, good works. Okay, there's some speed. Speed is good. I like speed. Yes, wants to play catch up. Let's play catch up. I'm gonna move the stop to the bottom of the volume. So 6475. We're gonna go 647. 6947. On the NASDAQ, we're gonna go 752 on the stop. I need to make sure I execute on my live account first because I literally have a better fill on this freaking paper account. My fill here is on 943. My fill on my live account is 945. How am I getting a better fill on my not even real one than my live account? Like that's not good by me. Anyways, this is the trade. Daddy, what's wrong with the long at 1016? I think I got stop rate at 1016. Yeah, you just got stop rated, made a lower low. I think it's avoidable because I'll tell you what I did. If you waited, so 1015 finished, 1016 starts. It literally only went down. Like this candle literally didn't even tick up for 1 second. It just went down, 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 down. You know what I'm saying? So I was waiting. I was like, okay, 1016. We didn't even get the inversion confirmation yet, so let me just see what 1016 does. 1016 literally just went down. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah, you're right. On NQ, we did get the inversion, but on ES, we didn't. On YM, we didn't. That's a red flag. So, something I tell people, like what I've been teaching people in boot camp is, again, I tell them to make their own decisions, but I've been telling you guys, if you don't like the trade and you wouldn't take it on S&P, you should not really be taking it on the NASDAQ. The best trades, they all go together. The best trades. Not every time. I'm not saying every single time you have to listen to this rule, follow it no matter what because Gatie said so. That's not what I'm saying. But it's a red. And I'm not saying you took a bad trade, Colin. I don't think you're missing. It's not a bad trade, bro. Like, don't sit here and let me tell you it's a bad trade. It's not a bad trade. Did you re-enter? That's the only thing I think you need to do. You need to make sure you at least didn't lose so much so that you can re-enter here. So it's not a bad trade at all. However, me personally, that intermarket analysis support is important. You know, if I'm gonna miss a move because only one indice is forming the setup and the other ones are looking weak, you know, and even then, like, I'm not saying you can't enter 1016, but if you saw it, if you were looking at 1016 candle, it just went down. Okay, don't click the buy button. Like, I was hovering buy button too. If 1016 went up to like here, I would have bought it. But it literally just went down. That could have been a partial, but it's fine. I just saw in the corner of my eye, Nasdaq sped up lower. Yeah, this may be the end of the trade here. Secure 150 bucks on the Nasdaq. I'll take it. Reversing? Maybe. Or we find support in this gap and we continue higher like we have been for the past hour and 10 minutes. We're almost there on my main target, 807.75. That's like pretty low hanging fruit if I'm being honest. And I like my stop where it's at too. So how often you're live? I'm live every single day for the last 2 years almost. Can you guys believe that? 2 years? No, I think I'm lying. It's not been 2 years. When did I start? I think I started in March 2024. I had like no. March 2024. That's not that much. It hasn't even been a year? No, what am I saying? It's 2026 right now. Yeah, it's been like a year and a half every day. I've been live every day for like a year and a half. Blew my funded. Listen, believe it or not, guys, funded accounts are pretty much meant to be blown. Like, they just do not give you enough room to work with. You like, you're gonna either get paid or get it's just kind of is the way it is. I risk very little. You can only really do that on alpha futures, if I'm being honest. But what made you think long today? The higher time frame is still bullish. That's all. The dollar index was really bearish. There was already like a 40% chance of Nasdaq taking previous day's high, so I was anticipating that. What is the red line on NQ? 50% of the daily wick. So, aka, it's a fair value gap where I'm expecting 50% of it to be reached. Call it this hourly fair value gap, if you want to, do that. Again, we could definitely start to fizzle out here. We're deep premium, no partial secured, but that's fine because we secured 0.5 R. So we're basically up 1 R guaranteed. And if I really wanted to, I could put my stop here to 766. What would that do? That would secure me 200 bucks. Yo, we're locking that in. I ain't gonna lie. We're putting the stop loss at 1040 low. On ES, I'm gonna put it at 949. I'm gonna lock in the 200 bucks. I like 200 bucks, and I think that's solid. That's solid for a premium entry, and it's starting to fizzle out. And I don't really have a clear target. I was expecting ES to speed up, by the way, and it didn't do so. Six sister model. Do I think it can still get there? Yeah, but I think we may see a deeper retracement, and then I get stopped. I'd rather secure this 200 bucks than give that back, right? And we can always re-enter. We can always take a re-entry. 1050 macros approaching. I also honestly could still be wrong about the overall narrative. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Nasdaq's gonna flip on the day. What's the QQQ option looking like? Whoa. Let's just stay on this chart. I'm making it messy here. Any trades? This is my one trade of the day. Well, not my one trade of the day. I'll maybe take another trade, but this is the one trade so far. So, I bottom ticked it right here. You only trade New York, and what assets do you trade? I actually don't. I don't have any time restrictions to my trading. New York's just my favorite session. If I make money in New York, like more than 1 R or 2 R, I probably won't come back. Yeah. Anyways, I'm expecting to get stopped here, and I'm okay with that. The base hit. Yeah, looks like we'll probably be done here. I got out on the live account, but for some reason, oh, MES already hit 949, I guess. Oh no, we just got one tick. Didn't fill us here. Did we just get one tick? Still in on the Nasdaq. Anyways, Nasdaq hasn't made a lower low. That's it. I just trailing my stop to every swing low until we get stopped. Pretty much. Can you explain why you're bullish? The higher time frame is still bullish. Friday tends to form the high of week when we are bullish. We left equal highs in previous days high. And then we saw just a very strong displacement. So, silver bullet idea. You know, that's all. Nothing crazy to say. Pretty self-explanatory. Wait, so this puts me at 4 payouts then. So I only need one more. Then I can move to live, right? If the $90 one counts. I think it will. I don't know. Because ES is behind NQ has a huge bearish SMT? Yeah, exactly. So when you're bullish and you see that huge bearish SMT, I was anticipating SMP to catch up, like get all the way up there. It didn't really. It just kind of stayed more weak, and then Nasdaq ended up being more bullish. So I was wrong in that sense. But I also took the trade on the Nasdaq. So I guess when in doubt, take it on both. I'm gonna move my stop to 771 on the Nasdaq. Secure myself $225 across my accounts, which would be. I'm losing track of risk to reward. Absorption tells you that sellers are winning the auction market, but price is still going up. So what's the significance there? Any reason 1014 long failed? Don't worry about the reason. Worry about how could you potentially avoid this trade, if any reason at all. Massive dump on dollar. Exactly. That's another reason why I was bullish. BXY very weak. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the stop at 77125. That candle's wicking, may come and get us. Inverse completely. The idea of this trade was we're gonna break the SMT on the daily chart. That makes sense? And YM would at least come to this high. That's the narrative of the trade. Stop move to 64950 or 6950. NQ is still going. That's what I like to see. I'm gonna move my stop on the Nasdaq to 77550. I'm literally just trailing my stop. For good measure, I'm gonna put it at 77750 because that secures me $250. So now we secured technically 1R, but technically 2R. It's 1R because technically that's my max. Well, actually, my max is 200, so it's hard to get like a consistent 1R on the Nasdaq because it's like my 1R is 100 to 125. It depends. So, someone asked a good question. I forgot. Who was it? Someone asked. I was answering it, but then I stopped. Trade yeah, Trade sucks, but I mean, I'm using it too. Like, you just get used to it, bro. There she goes. Stop's gonna be moved to 652. Yo, I literally got one ticked on my live account. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. How much money did I make? I can't be mad. I can't be mad. All right. Stop at 783 on the Nasdaq. 783.50. 784. I lied. We're going 787. 787 on the Nasdaq. That's the stop loss placement. The bottom of that breakaway gap. 788.50. Okay. 790. I'm gonna probably look to close this trade soon, given that it hit the red line. Stop loss is here. Out of curiosity, how much would that have been? Not gonna miss out on much. Just take what the market gives you. No need to set a TP. Set a best case scenario. And just take what the market gives you. Because if you catch one day like this, that's all you need. I'm going to set the stop to 793.50. 793.50. It's the bottom of this fair value gap. So around 794 here. 0.25. Because now we hit TP. Now, I don't know. Again, I have obviously a best case scenario on the NASDAQ, which is the actual daily high. That's 80 points away. That's quite significant, wouldn't you say? And I'm probably going to look to close the trade here. I'm going to manually close the trade right now. Yeah, it's a pretty strong candle. So I'll take that. Whoops. So, nice little $350 amount there. This account won't be up as much. 3K? Oh, shit. Our stream account's up good, boys. Oh, that's total. That's total. Yeah, I was going to say, it shouldn't be up that much. Anyways, could have been an early close, but I think I'm happy with that. I mean, that's a pretty good move. Previous day's high. That's my best case scenario. It looks like we're already going to form an order block, so I think I would have been stopped out right here, right? No, that's 7425. Anyways, for those of you holding, good luck. Previous day's high. I'm going to secure that. That's give me another payout for me. So that's going to... If we're counting daily payouts and we're counting that $90 payout, we're technically at 7 payouts. 7 payouts for January is pretty good. If we're counting that. If we're counting that. Which I think it counts, man. I don't know, $90. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, bro. $90. I got a question. Can FG still be used if it was already balanced? Yes, but you probably are not marking them balanced as you think. If it just wicks through, that's not balanced, right? That's just repriced. Balanced, think about it like this. There's a gap, okay? We deliver through it, up. There's a gap. We deliver through it, up. It's only balanced if we deliver through it, down. With a body, not a wick. Volume. So once we do that, then it actually becomes a balanced price range. Like, none of these gaps are this is not a balanced gap. We didn't even deliver sell side through it. We gotta go through and up. You get me? You guys got ticked out? A lot of you got ticked out, huh? 1014? 1014, guys, you didn't get ticked out. You guys fully swept. What? I mean, the market made a lower low. We holding this? You guys are holding? Yeah, I'm looking already getting FOMO. I'm gonna try to not look at it. Already getting FOMO. Already getting FOMO. I'm straight up with you guys. Like, if this just goes to previous day's high, I'm gonna cry a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Remember that volume imbalance? Very nice. Very nice. Anyway, start making some entries here. Simple silver bullet play today. Simple silver bullet play today. Silver bullet protraction model. I'll even make an annotation here for the silver bullet window. Anyways, it is 1050 macro, so I don't mind closing it around this time anyways. This could go up all the way until like 12, but it also could start seeing a deeper retracement now, so I'm happy with my close. I mean, to make 2R on a half R risk on a premium entry, sure, I'm probably going to end up giving up some profit, so that's something I'm going to study. You know, like, I closed the trade on a bullish order block. Anyway, you can see that one-sided narrative after 10 a.m. established. To be honest, I'd want to measure this move. I need to take the screenshot. For the, so for those of you who don't know, well, first of all, the Discord's free, but going forward, I'm going to be journaling every trade we take on live stream here. So if you didn't know that, Thursday, January 22nd, 26th, balance, history. This is, yeah, it's Thursday. So every trade I take on live stream, it's going to be, I think it's going to go past previous day's high. Yo, it's possible. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not possible. ES still hasn't filled NWAG. So best case scenario, ES 6977. I would say anything more than that, I wouldn't look for. I wouldn't look for. We also have to keep in mind, just because it goes past previous day's high, doesn't mean your stop loss is safe. Right now, my stop loss would be, I'd probably put it right here, if I'm being honest. I'd probably put it right here at 6957. So if you're still in the trade, I got stopped at 6955. My stop would be at 6957. I'm going to hope, for those of you still in, I'm sorry, but no, that just does this. Because if it does that, I'd be out of the trade anyways. Because the entry's pretty good here, 6955. Already made an extra. So I'm going to have to study how much profits I'm giving up here because I manually closed, right? Now, obviously, I had a target. Maybe it should have been a partial is what it should have been there. That would have made more sense. Should have been a partial. So we caught most of it, I mean, not even really. I mean, if we get to previous day's high, that's another good amount. The thing is, NASDAQ could slow down too, so things get a little bit messy in there. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not mad about anything. Anyway, this is my lesson on not setting a take profit level, just taking what the market gives you. I faded all the shorts here, not because I didn't think it could go lower, but because my goal is not to capture every single market move. I don't need to catch the short here. If I'm bullish and I'm thinking there's a decent chance that we see previous day's high on the NASDAQ, I'm going to sit and I'm going to wait for the market to come to me. And if I miss the short, that's okay. And if I miss the long, that's okay. What matters is I'm saving my risk for the move that I'm trying to capture, right? I can't just show up, okay, I think we can take previous day's high, but this could go lower, so I'm going to take this trade too. No, you can't just take every single trade idea. That's the issue with ICT. You learn ICT, and all of a sudden, you see 1,000 setups every single day, and you think you can trade them all. And maybe you can, right? But that's the issue with that. You see so many opportunities, and you don't have a way to filter. So naturally, you lose edge. You lose edge. So our stop would be here. We'll see if it hits us or if it keeps going. Volume imbalance. NQ just gave me the best week I've ever had. Nice. Chill on the FOMO. Selling before 1050 macro. Yeah, I mean, I saw 1050 macro. Saw 50% of the daily wick. Saw that I was, in terms of money management, was up a good amount. So, that's almost 3 full trades now that I have for myself. So, no, I didn't re-enter. There's no way I'd re-enter this now. It's already in deep premium. Would you re-enter? If there's a nice retracement, you don't want to see a nice retracement right now. If this is going previous day's high, you probably do not want to see a nice retracement. I would expect this continue to go to previous day's high or see a deep retracement, in which case we're probably not going to take previous day's high. How is an abundance of opportunity with ICT a problem? It's a problem if you can't filter. Because the reason I'm saying this is because a lot of people were taking trades here, short here, long here, short here. And those are great setups according to the ICT models. But you need a filtering system. Like, as an ICT trader, the issue is you can see every move. Like, there's an answer to every move. Every single time the market moves, you can say, oh yeah, this fair value gap, this inversion, this CISD, this order block, this rejection block, this turtle soup, this SMT. Okay, nice. You can read every single market move, and naturally, now that you're trying to trade, you're going to try to trade every single market move, and you're not actually going to filter based on your model. That's where the issue is, right? I'd move my stop here, plus 2 ticks, so call it 958. Put it right there. You know what I'm saying? It looks like it may go previous day's high. That's exactly what I've been struggling with lately. It's something every single ICT trader has struggled with, because when you learn ICT, that's what you do. You learn these concepts, and every single market move can be explained. Is there any time you look at the chart and you're like, what the hell? That was random. Like maybe a random news candle, but every single time you're like, oh yeah, this fair value gap, this order block, this volume imbalance. It reacted to this, reacted to that. Your eyes jump to every single time it plays out, and you think you can you can predict every move. You need a filtering system, so naturally you get FOMO. You don't want to miss moves. Your brain jumps to making money. You see the short setup here. Oh, it can go down here. Yeah, it could. It can go up. It can go sideways. What are you looking for? What do you have to wait for? I'd put my stop here, 959. Yeah, I definitely need to journal this, because I think I just closed. I mean, I was content, but why be content? My job's not to be content. My job's to take what the market gives me. And my stop really should have been here, which I literally saved myself, what, 1.75 points with the potential for 14. So I really shouldn't have closed that. I shouldn't have closed that. That was a mistake. That was based on fear. That was me closing the trade, fear of giving back more profits. Even though I would have only really given back like 30 bucks. Yeah, you're right. That was a fear-based decision. I'm not going to sit here and argue. It 100% is. At least keep trailing. Like, I didn't really have I guess I had a reason to close. I basically saw this candle come down. I was like, it's probably going to stop me. I let one candle dictate the entire trade. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's like a bad thing, but it was a fear-based close. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I closed based on fear of giving back profits, even though it wasn't that much. Not much. Like, will watching ICT mentorships help? When you watch the non-fluff part, yeah. The issue is people don't sit there and listen to the parts where he says those things. People listen to this fair value gap, buy it. First presentation, sell it when it's bearish. How much you down? Down? We're up good. What do you mean down? I'm just saying I could have made a lot more because I closed out of fear. Like I shouldn't just closed. I was up on the week yesterday actually. Or I think like slightly up on the week from yesterday. But like hopefully you guys can see how just keep taking what the market gives you. You're still in the long? Yeah, I would be too. I'd probably put my stop loss like 960. I like 960. But so here now you want to start being cautious, because so now your stop loss is 3 points and you're aiming for 6. So right now you're in a 2R trade essentially based on your stop loss trail. Let's say you put the stop loss here. Okay? So your stop loss is 696.50. The market printed at 3.5 points. Your TP is 5 points. So essentially the trade that you're in right now, or that I would be, is something like this, right? Now, is this worth it? Yeah, you could argue this is worth it. But let's say the market gets like here. You're really going to want to trail that stop. You always want to make sure you're not giving up more secured profit than potential, you know? Once the potential profit becomes less than the secured profit in terms of risk to reward, that's when you should probably look to start closing the trade. So my mistake was my stop loss was here and my potential. So I was going to lose 3 points of profit, but I had the potential for 11 points. That's a profitable runner. Hold it. It has the potential for 11. How much are you down? It's such an offensive question. I know, right? Like, can't even talk to you guys about my mistakes. Can't even talk about my mistakes. Suspension blocking here. I'm just gonna mark it out like this because there's a gap underneath. So just to keep it simple. Let's just call it the 2-minute gap. Where was my stop? My stop would have been at 6,950, right there, where my crosshair is. See if that gets hit. I'd be trailed out because I wouldn't put it here. That's not worth it. 6,950 still hasn't hit. Okay, let's call that to fill. So 6,950. So I could have secured an extra 5 points, 5.5 points. So not bad. So now we're getting our deep retracement potentially. So I mean, who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen now? Some people are gonna short this because some people are gonna short this because they missed all of this and they're trying to make some profits now. This is gonna happen. Anyways, pretty good buy side delivery. I still think we can go higher because I think I'd assume YM wants to take out this high at least. So I think there may be a higher high, but YM's not looking like it's gonna do it. So quite a beautiful Friday. This is gonna be my journal entry. So we got the -1 deviation. That was the main target. Low hanging fruit at least. So that's good. This is gonna be copy this. So if you guys are not in the free Discord, giveaways every single month. We're running 2 giveaways right now. Friday, and I'm gonna journal the losses here too. We just happen to win. It's not like I lose in front of you guys all the time. I lose in front of you guys all the time. One trade, net result. On this account again. This is a paper journal, but obviously I took the trades on my fundeds. Here. Took 3 trades yesterday. What? Wait. Oh, net result because I lost 1,000, then I made 2,000, so we're up 1,000. So let's change this to plus 1%. 1%. And then today plus 2%. Took 1 long, dissipating, previously high, on and it's a 6 sister model on ES to previous day high. Thank you. Leads in strength. Oh. Put the picture in there. Got a screenshot of the balance history. Probably won't. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna stream again today, so. This is just for me to start keeping track on stream. Because I also kind of want to compare. I also want to compare my personal executions for those I take in lunch or whatever. Asia. Compare them to how I perform on stream. Officially. Like, obviously, I have an idea. But I want to officially compare. Although we've been doing pretty good on stream lately. The copy traders can't complain. At least not right now. How did you guys do today? Did you guys cast a long? Did you guys miss the long? Out of curiosity, did anyone here miss the long, get mad, and then do something they're now regretting? You did? Shorts? Me? Yes. So yeah, you guys missed the long, then did something you regretted. Where would the second entry be? Here. And I called it, by the way. I said you could pyramid here. I chose not to, which I need to work on because I've been saying that a lot. I'm gonna half risk pyramid and then I don't, you know. But well, I have to work on that, I guess. This long, but the price cap on the 50 minutes should confirm my model. Getty, can you check my entry? Entered longs. I'm gonna mark this out as an inversion. Um, sorry, I don't understand. It's on Discord. Not too happy, low performance rating, even though I made money. We can talk about it. Why did you decide to enter on the 3-minute OB instead of the 1-minute OB? I didn't enter off at 3 minutes. I just entered off this 1020. That's when the model 1020 is when the model formed. Let me show you. All indices aligned. Not just like 1015 doesn't count because ES failed, YM failed. So I was a little bit skeptical. I wanted to wait a little bit longer. You tend to enter late. No, I could have definitely pyramided to here. It's not late, believe it or not. Like this was all discount, right? If this is my trade idea, which is I drew this before I took the trade. I said I could pyramid here because it's still discount in my implied dealing range, right? But I don't know. What I was fearful of at the time of my opportunity to do this, I knew there was opportunity. The reason I didn't, and this is what went through my mind, was very simply put, I wanted to secure the $75 that my stop loss was placed at and not risk it coming back and hitting me break even. So that's not something I should have done. My stop loss should be there, and I should not worry about the dollar amount that's there. I should have pyramided. That's something I need to work on. Be straight up with you guys. Are these shorts good? Are you bearish? I don't even think you're bearish. I'd assume previous day high looks like the draw on liquidity still. Or it's going to get real choppy in here. Real choppy. Possible. There was also a 3-minute OB, but he wasn't looking for that OB at the time. Yeah, I mean, I don't really need to look. Like, I get it. Why is there a 3? You said instead of the 1 minute. Which 1-minute OB? There is no 1-minute OB here. Like, before this 3-minute. Right? You're saying I took this. Yeah, 3-minute order block's all the way up here, so I'm a little bit confused. What is your question? I didn't enter on the 3-minute order block. I entered at 1020. Yeah, that's what it was, Jape. That's what it was. I wanted to secure $75. I wanted to guarantee myself $75 over the chance of making an extra. Well, let me do this on NASDAQ. Where would this candle be? 1034. So I could have made an extra. I mean, yeah, I guess you could argue it's not that good, you know? Because hypothetically, I would have made an extra $80. I mean, yeah. So it would have been a 1R pyramid. Like, it would have added only 1R to my trade. So, in hindsight, it's not the worst. But obviously, could have done better. Anyways, what time is it? 10, 11, 13. Okay, can I make it for 11:45? We'll do, I'll stay here, answer questions for a couple minutes, and then we'll, about our day. 11:45 a.m. today. Save everyone some time. Let me upload this stream. So I'll answer yeah. I mean, this is like minor stuff. Like, this is like, I always tell people, like, you're gonna make mistakes. Like, you know, some are more costly than others, obviously. You simply cannot expect perfection, though. Like, you're gonna make mistakes. You know, it is what it is. The one mistake you can't afford to make is not manage risk. I can afford to make this mistake, you know? Wow, am I just gonna be perfect? I'd be fucking insanely profitable and just print money out of the ass if I was perfect all the time, you know? It's unrealistic expectation, especially 2 years or 3 years in. But There's mistakes I don't make, you know, at least rarely, you know. I don't accidentally risk too much. I don't accidentally overtrade. I don't over risk my account. Um, Stuff like that. Lunch macro retracement is possible. I would prefer to see that after previous day's high. Hey Gator, I DM'd you on Discord about the giveaway. Not so sure. Yeah, I'll add you, bro. As long as you message me, I'll reply to you once I'm free. If you guys ever message me on Discord, I will get back to you at some point once I'm free. I'm 23. Check trading chat. Trading chat. You said trading chat. What do you think? Yeah, looks good, man. I would say, like, again, you probably could just hold. Like, I don't like setting TPs. Looks like you set a fixed 2R or something. I don't know if it's a fixed RR. I don't believe in TPs anymore. I believe in best case scenarios, but you never know what the market's going to give you. Yeah, we'll do a breakdown for today's trade. I'll make a full video on YouTube about it. So, you know what? Let me go do that. Let me get a head start on the day. I'll do a full recap on this video. I will see you guys live on Monday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. I appreciate you guys coming through to the live stream. If you're going to want to watch this trade recap and breakdown, well, I'll talk about why I was bullish, why I didn't enter anything here, why I entered here, why I moved my stop where I did, and the mistake that I made over here and why it was a mistake and how I was able to recognize that. I have seen sinners. I have seen it, yeah. I watched it in theaters. Appreciate you guys coming through the live stream. I'll see you guys live on Monday. Stay safe. Until next time, don't blow your account.